Hello dear students, welcome back. Today we are going to do question number 4 of your textbook on page number 22. Here is the question. Here we have to prepare rectification entries to rectify the following errors detected while preparing final accounts of Shri Balram as on 31st March 2015. So let us see the first one. Here purchase of goods of rupees 5000 is left to be recorded. First, let us decide what type of error is this. This is error of omission. We have already discussed that when a transaction is totally omitted to be recorded, it is known as an error of omission. So such type of error will be rectified by writing correct journal entry. So here correct journal entry for this transaction would be purchase account debit to cash account. Now let us see next one. Here installation charges paid rupees 2000 on purchase of machinery is debited to sundry expense account. What type of error is this? This is this is error of principle. That means when an error arises because of non-compliance of accounting principles, it is known as an error of principle. These types of errors do not affect the trial balance. So let us see working note or steps to be followed for rectifying such kind of error. Here for rectifying such errors, some steps may be followed. Here 4 steps can be followed. We will make 4 columns. In first column, we will write wrong entry which has actually been passed, and that is sundry expense account debit to cash account. Here sundry expense account should not have been debited, as in the question it is given that 2000 is installation charges paid on purchase of machinery. So this is kind of capital expenditure, and for that sundry expense account should not have been debited. So this is wrong entry. In the second step or in second column, we will write the reverse of the wrong entry to nullify the effect of wrong entry. That is cash account debit to sundry expense account. Then in the third step, write the correct entry which should have been passed. So here machine account should have been debited, as this installation charges is paid on purchase of machinery. So here machine account should have been debited and cash account should have been credited. Then in the fourth column, here we will pass the rectifying entry which will be the net effect of the correct entry, that is step number 3, and reverse of the wrong entry, that is step number 2. So here net effect of step 2 and step 3 will be passed. That is, if you see here in step number 2, cash account is debited by rupees 2000, and in step number 3 cash account is credited by 2000. So debit credit, that is opposite side. So 2000 and 2000 will be cancelled. And what is remaining with us now in step number 2 and step number 3? Here we have machine account debit, and in step number 2 sundry expense account is credited. So here our rectifying entry would be machine account debit by rupees 2000 and sundry expense account will be credited by rupees 2000. So let us see. Here is our rectifying entry, that is machine account will be debited by rupees 2000 and sundry expense account will be credited by rupees 2000. Here you can also do it in another way, that is we can also apply two principles, that is do what is correct and undo what is wrong. So according to that, do what is correct. What should have been debited? Machine account should have been debited. So according to the principle, that is do what is correct, so machine account will be debited. And second principle, that is undo what is wrong. So here we can see that in the question it is given that sundry expense account is wrongly debited. So we will record it in credit side, that means we will reverse the recording of wrong entry. So here sundry expense account will be credited. So according to the principle undo what is wrong, according to that principle sundry expense account will be credited by rupees 2000. Now let us see next error. Here must remember that you will also have to write narration below every rectifying entry, that like as in first one, here narration would be being rectification entry for purchase of goods left to be recorded. And in second rectifying entry we will write narration like being rectification entry for installation charges wrongly debited to sundry expense account. Now let us see the next error. Here in the third point it is given that rupees 2400 paid to Devanshi is recorded to current account by mistake. So first let's identify the mistake. What is the wrong entry passed? Here rupees 2400 is paid to Devanshi, that means Devanshi is the receiver, and according to the rule of personal account Devanshi's account should have been debited, but instead of Devanshi's account, Karan's account has been debited. So this needs to be reversed. This is wrong. So let us apply two principles, that is do what is correct. According to this principle Devanshi's account should have been debited. So according to the principle, that is do what is correct, Devanshi's account will be debited by rupees 2400. And here wrong entry passed is Karan's account debited. This is wrong, so this one needs to be reversed or credit in the rectification entry, that we will call as undo what is wrong. So here Karan's account will be credited by rupees 2400. Now let us see next error, point number 4. Goods of rupees 5000 sold to Naina is recorded in purchase book by mistake. Let us see working note for this. So again, as you can see here, we will rectify such error in 4 steps. Here in step 1, first we will write the wrong entry which has actually been passed, that is purchase account is debited by mistake to Nan's account by rupees 5000. Then in the second entry we will write reverse of the wrong entry to nullify the effect of wrong entry, and that would be Nan's account will be debited by rupees 5000 to purchase account, that is 5000. Then we will write the correct entry which should have been passed in step number 3. What would be the correct entry for this? Here, as it is given in the question that goods of rupees 5000 sold to Naina is recorded in purchase book by mistake. So as it has been sold to Naina, that means Naina is the receiver. So according to the rule of personal account, Naina's account should have been debited. So correct entry should be Naina's account debit that by rupees 5,000. And instead of purchase book, it should have been recorded in sales book. So according to that, sales account should have been credited. Then in the fourth step, we will pass a rectifying entry, which will be the net effect of the correct entry, that is step number 3, and reverse of the wrong entry, that is step number 2. So if you see that in step number 2, Naina's account is debited by rupees 5,000, and in step number 3 also Naina's account is again debited by rupees 5,000. So both is showing debit side. So in both the column, Naina's account is shown on debit side. So here 5,000 plus 5,000, that comes to 10,000. So in rectifying entry, we will write Naina's account debit by rupees 10,000. And in step number 2, purchase account is debited. So here also we will record purchase account is credited. So here also we will record purchase account credit. And in step number 3, sales account is credited. So in rectification entry also we will write sales account credit by rupees 5,000. Now let us see. So here in rectifying entry, you can see that to make correct entry of the transaction, Naina's account will be debited. Here it is 10,000, and sales account will be credited. Here it is by rupees 5,000, while wrong entry of credit purchase will be reversed. Therefore, Naina's account will be debited and purchase account will be credited by rupees 5,000. Thus, Naina's account will be debited by rupees 10,000, as we have seen it in working note also. So I hope it is clear to you all. So in this way, entries are rectified with the help of two principles, that is, do what is correct and undo what is wrong. Now let us see next error, which is given in point number 5th. Our bills receivable of rupees 1900 accepted by Rekha is recorded in bills receivable book by rupees 1000. That means here, instead of recording rupees 1900, rupees 1000 is recorded in bills receivable book by mistake. So what type of error is this? This is error of commission. As here, bills receivable book is recorded with less amount than the correct amount. So let us see rectification entry for this error. Here it is. Here, as bills receivable account and Rekha's account are recorded less by rupees 900, therefore 900 will be debited to bills receivable account and credited to Rekha's account in rectification entry. So I hope it is clear to you all that how rectification entries are made. Point number 6th and 7th you have to do in homework. So thank you very much. That's all for today.